Okay, it says we are live. So we're going to test and see how we are looking here. Again, it has been a while since we've done something like this, but it's good to be back. Oh, and it says I'm live on here. Whoa. Okay, test, test. I don't know what's up with the reverb. Okay. I don't know what's up with the reverb. Okay, sorry about that. Testing it here, looking at it on YouTube as well, just to make sure that everything's looking like it's supposed to be looking. So we are gonna let some people get up in here, and then we have got lots to talk about. Because as you know, I've been gone for a long time, so we got to talk about where I've been, all of that good stuff. But if you're just joining me, name's Lightsaber Samurai. Okay, we do the live stream thing. I think I got the reverb on this mic fixed. So yeah, if you hear any more audio problems, just let me know. I'm testing a new microphone. Um, so yeah, but how have all of you guys been doing? We are starting out the year with a live stream because one of my New Year's resolutions is definitely to be more consistent. I definitely dropped off the radar when it comes to all that. So, yeah, not good. So, anyway, that being said, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. But checking the feed if everything's looking like it's supposed to, and we don't have any hiccups, all that good stuff. So I got my phone here so I can monitor the stream in real time. Turn that down. So anyway, like I said, we're just gonna go probably for a good hour. So just to hop back in. It's been a while. Brew United is in the house. What's going on, man? Long time no see. From you as well. It's yeah, it's been a while since I've seen anyone on here. So let's see. We got who else is in the house? Radical Retro Gamer Levon is in the house. Welcome to the stream. Brew United, also welcome to the stream. Said took 400 days off myself, man. I know. Yeah, my last video was 2 months ago, and some stuff happened that kind of got in the way, and we'll talk about that. I swear it has not been a great couple of months for me, but even still, like a lot of it too is just because of the other things that's been going on. I haven't been felt motivated, so I haven't been pushing myself. So that's kind of my fault. Anyway, let's see. Radical Retro Gamer Levon says, "Hey, lightsaber, long time no see. Happy New Year." Yes, Happy New Year indeed. Yeah, like I said, I shot a video today, so I'm going to edit it and hopefully get it posted tomorrow. And I'm probably going to try to shoot one more video tonight. So I just got done shooting a video on my film and photography channel too, so I can post that. So hopefully I can post both videos to both channels tomorrow, and we can get some more on this channel shot. Because I got to get started. There's two videos that I want to shoot here definitely in the next couple of weeks. The first one is the PlayStation Move video, and which has been a bit of a MacGuffin for me. I've been chasing that video ever since I started my YouTube channel. And the other one is a game room tour because I will be leaving this place soon. So I definitely want to document it with a good old fashioned game room tour. J Chip is in the house. What's going on, J Chip? How are you guys doing? So, dude, it's been a long time since I've seen you. Where have you been, my man? I know, yeah, we'll talk about it here in just a second. Said I'm part of the Pokemon community now. How cool is it? The Lightsaber and I have been beating two Pokemon games last year as well. Oh, sweet, sweet. Yeah, I mean, I don't play too much Pokemon. I've been playing Pokemon Go, of course. That Pokemon Acreus or whatever it's called. I need to get that. My girlfriend really wants it for the Switch, so I'll pick that up. It looks really good, so we'll get into that eventually. But like I said, I've been trying to save money as we get ready for the move, amongst other things. So, uh, Hey, Jedi runs in the house. What's going on? Good to see you back, sir. Happy New Year. Happy New Year indeed. It is good to be back. Like I said, I've been doing some filming. Have another video. I have a video. Hopefully, this should drop tomorrow. I should be dropping a video on both channels tomorrow. So hopefully we can get that in. I'm gonna take priority to Lightsaber Samurai though. Make sure I get that video up. And yeah, like I said, we got to talk. Things has been going on. Personal things. Got to talk. Um, got to talk also. What am I trying to say? New Year's resolutions. I wish I had gathered. I picked a few things up too for the end of the year. I wish I had gathered those, and they're kind of scattered all over the house. So I don't know if I really want to run to go grab those or not. So yeah, but like I said, that's what we got going on. Let's just go ahead and get started here. I actually let me share that I'm actually streaming right now. So you're doing good. Let's see. You and Joe Casey should do a podcast once a month. Yeah, I got to talk to Casey about that because when he was here in town, we talked about doing some podcasts and stuff. And like I said, StreamYard is good for that. I can always add him in as a guest. Sorry, my table's shaking. I got the camera directly on the table. Uh, I'm also live streaming, testing out a new setup, a live streaming setup with like I said, this is a new microphone. These lights that I'm using in front and behind me, that was like a $40 set of mics from um, Walmart. And so I'm doing a review over those on my film and photography channel just to see how they hold up. So I tested those in a couple of scenarios. I tested them in a talking head scenario. We did some product photography with them. And then last but not least, I set these up for the live stream because I think that's what these lights are really made for in the first place. So all that's going down on my film and photography channel tomorrow, the proper breakdown of these. But like I said, for 40 bucks, I think it's definitely worth the money. The reason why I bought them is because I'm starting to make videos in my laundry room again. One, because I finally cleaned it out, and two, because I'm going to be moving in the next month or so, and we are going to be moving into a much smaller place than where we are living right now to try to save some money because we're saving up to buy a house. And so I definitely got to repurpose my gear and get set for a setup where I'm shooting in a very small room. So yeah. Yeah, I might grab some of those games in a second. Most of them I haven't played. Honestly, as far as what I've been playing lately, I've been hardcore into Cyberpunk 2077, and that's a great game. I heard that it was really bad when it first came out, so I stayed away from it. But after all the updates, even on my PS4 Pro, it plays pretty flawlessly, at least for me. It did crash like it's crashed like twice in like the last 2 or 3 weeks that I've been playing it. But I mean, Fallout New Vegas used to crash all the time on the 360, so whatever. It didn't bother me that much. It never really sets me back very far because it's always auto saving and all that. So never had to go back and backtrack a whole lot. Let's see. Levon says, "Yeah, I'm planning to do more videos and live streams as well as unboxing videos too. Yeah, for sure. Like I said, I want to too. I want to get back to at least doing one video a week. If I can do one video on this channel and then one video on my other channel a week, that would be great. And then if I can go back to live streaming on like Saturday or Sunday, just like right now, that would also be fantastic. So that's what we're trying to get back to. It's still going to be dicey for the next couple of weeks because what I'm prioritizing is making the PlayStation Move video as well as shooting the game room tour because really like in the next week or so, I got to start breaking down the game room and packing it up to move. So let's see. J Chip says they're doing good. Got a PS5 yesterday and I'm really enjoying it. The only game I got for it is Far Cry 6. That's what's up though. Like, yeah, PS5, I think it's finally getting to the point where it's worth buying as far as like the games that are for it and all of that. So I might start my look for PS5 maybe this summer. I'll probably wait still though. I've really been trying to flesh out my PS4 collection and you know, gathering all the stuff for that. Let's see. Says, dude, I picked up a DMG Game Boy, and I'm planning to mod that thing really soon. That's cool. You should definitely make a video over that. People love to see the mod jobs. I am not savvy enough at all to do that stuff. So I hear let's see, Jedi Run says I hear it got popular again after the anime came out on Netflix, and yeah, and that was a stroke of genius by them to release Cyberpunk Edge Runners because it is a fantastic anime. And shortly after that, they just released the 1.61 update, which adds a lot of content from Edge Runners into the game. So, like I said, Edge Runners takes place a year before the events in Cyberpunk 2077. So it takes place in 2076, but yeah, there's a lot of Easter eggs that have to do with the show that you can now access in Cyberpunk, which is cool. So I'm all about that. Bruce says, "Do what works for you." Yeah, for sure. Um, Says, "Can I join the stream if that is possible, my dude?" Yeah, yeah, you can join here in a little bit for a little bit. Like I said, I'm not gonna be here for a very long time, because I gotta get to editing to make sure I post that. So let's talk about a couple of things again. So real quick, just as an update, where I've been. About 2 months ago, about the time that I dropped the pickups video with Joe Casey, I discovered that I had actually been robbed, and so that was the major reason why I haven't been on, especially on the video game side of things. I honestly just have not felt motivated to make videos. And the main reason why is because here I live in a townhome and an apartment complex, and it turns out that the exterminator that comes here and does maintenance, he came in here and stole some games out, like a lot. He got me for like 20 games, 25 games, and most of them he got me for a lot of my Dreamcast games, which I didn't have that many to begin with. That's why I noticed that they were missing, and he also got me for a bunch of PS1 games, which my PS1, that's a system that's like my favorite retro system. So I play that a lot. And so I noticed, some of the games that I just got done showcasing come up missing. And so, yeah, it was wild. Like he came in here and stole some of my games and then immediately took them to CD Trade Post, where if you guys don't know CD Trade Post, I um I go there a lot. That's where I primarily find my video game stuff. And yeah, he took them to CD Trade Post and sold them all at CD Trade Post. And that was really tough because the tough thing about stolen games, it's tough to prove that they're yours and all of that stuff. And it's just a big hassle. So, yeah, I was spending time with the police trying to get that taken care of. And eventually I was able to prove that they were mine, and that guy ended up confessing to the whole thing. It was crazy. It was wild. That's all I can say. It was absolutely insane, and yeah, he really did that. Really came in, stole some games from me, and then sold them to a retro video game store here in town. Unfortunately for him, he did not know that how close me and Leslie were, because he took him to Leslie's store, and you guys have seen Leslie. She has featured on the channel before. I'm looking here to see if I can share some of that. Did they move them under a live thing? Okay, so again, it's been a while since I've used StreamYard or since I've done a live stream. So give me a second. It's trying to remember how to do this stuff again. But yeah, yeah, he took them to was there. They were they so stuff that I you know we first said, "Oh yeah, it's bogus." Like, but basically, like I don't think they're gonna find anything to do. I don't think you can prove it. Uh, Audio is going back here. Said, um, somebody's asking me for uh, both I so people retrieve them. Because of that, I hear short uh, and come back, like 6 or 7 of them. Like, so he got me from my Dreamcast, which my Dreamcast, I knew it was still bad. Okay, hold on. Bad is cutting here. Yeah, like I said, I said I told the games contract fee trade got it. His name, all of that stuff. They said, sorry, I'm still messing. Look, and not like put the stuff in. Guarantee I don't know who this is, but I guarantee you, the Terminator, because it's been in my house and protected there. Called back again. Like, okay, check that guy out, and yeah, we'll be getting over this case. So they pulled the guy and pretty much the hot seat, and he probably denied it first, but then he ended up confessing because the same day they traded in games. So we got back together the fact, and it was really because of the YouTube channel. Like I said, the number of Genesis copy of Stone Heist and copy. Luckily, look, here's me showing 3 years this exact same way. Like I said, once they presented the guy admitted to it. And so take kind of case on the totem pole on a daily. I got most of my stuff back that I didn't get, and the grand total was like $780. So that's losing restitution, so I come back and buy those games. What he owed the games that I wasn't able to get back from Trade Post before they. So I wouldn't be able to buy those games for the rate like go already about that, especially in the case of the PlayStation 1 games. A lot of those games like I got Christmas and birthday presents and things like that. And so I don't know. So like I said, I can re-get them because it's not the exact same. The audience number, okay. I think I yes, that's gonna fix the audio. Okay, so we are gonna test. Let me know if it's gotten any better now that I'm using my Razer mic. Hopefully it did. See, my internet has been lying because I've been freezing as well. Ugh. So that might be part of it. Hold on. That might be part of it. Hold on. Okay, seems like I got my audio under control. As far as the freezing, I am hooked up via the Ethernet port, but it may be I didn't reset my modem slash router before I turned it on. So that's probably what happened. So anyway, let me kind of go over the story. This is the mic I was using. It's just a little $40 mic that I was testing out. It's cool looking, but I don't know. It's probably just the fact that I haven't figured out the settings on. I literally just took it out the box like 5 minutes before I started this stream. So Slump is in the house. Slump God, what's going on? Sideball was in the house. What's going on? Transmission coming in loud and clear. Appreciate it. Supreme King is in the house. What's going on, sir? Hey, man, just stopping by to say Happy New Year. Happy to see new content from you this year. Yeah, we are definitely going to try to be more consistent this year. I was trying to tell you guys about what happened to me and how I got robbed by the exterminator that works here at the apartment complex that I live at. So, stay in a townhome that's part of an apartment complex. Uh, the exterminator was coming out to do some maintenance and came down here and saw my game room and stole a bunch of games out of my game room and then immediately took those to Leslie's store at CD Trade Post. Unbeknownst to him, Leslie is like another mom to me, and so her and I are super close. So when I went into CD Trade Post and saw my game, oh my god, I can't describe to you guys the feeling of like missing my games, like, and then going into CD Trade Post and seeing my collection behind the glass case at their store. Oh my god, like that. I've never had that kind of emotional distress. Like it was something else. And so anyway, Leslie and the crew at Trade Post were super cool about it. She just told me, "Hey, pick out every game you think is yours, and I'll pull it off the shelf right now." So I picked out every game and she pulled it and I asked her, I said, Leslie, were all of these games brought in by the same person? They looked and it was like, yeah, actually it was. And I was like, hey, I can't, I know I can't ask for the guy's information. They was like, unfortunately, we can't tell you the guy's identity who brought this stuff in. I was like, okay, cool. But when I contacted the police, at first, the detective, he was like, look, man, good luck trying to prove those games are yours and trying to get them back and yada, yada, yada. I told the detective, I said, okay, do this. The crew at CD Trade Post know the identity of the guy who brought in all these games. Look into this guy. I guarantee you he is the exterminator for my apartment complex. And at the time, I did not know who this guy was. I said, I can guarantee you it's the exterminator that works here because I don't let people in my house. Okay. Like, unless it's people I trust. Okay. I do not let people into my house because I know I got nice things. I don't have many nice things, but I got nice things. And so I want to keep those nice things. So yeah, that's what happened. And so the detective's like, okay, man, I'll check into it, but blah, 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 blah. Then the detective calls me back like an hour later. He's like, so I'm going to be taking over this case. You might be onto something. The guy that turned in all these games actually does work at your apartment complex. And he appears to have been the guy that was scheduled to do the maintenance on your house the same day that he brought in all of those games. I said, duh. So the detective said, "Okay, cool. Give me a couple of days. I'm gonna gather some more information. I'm gonna show up. Don't talk to your apartment complex. I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna lean on the guy, and I'll see what I find out." I'm like, "Okay, cool." So I called him back the day he was supposed to come up here, and the detective's like, "Hey, so guess what? He admitted to the whole thing. He admitted to robbing you and stealing your stuff and da 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 da." I'm like, "Okay, like perfect." And so they fired the guy obviously, but yeah, dude got me for almost 3 grand worth of stuff. Like he stole, I think, a total like 26 games, And because I have a big collection, he probably just didn't figure I would notice. But I mean, I have a large collection, but I also play my games constantly. And he was dumb and stole from my PS1 collection, which is like my favorite console of all time. So I knew right away. It took me a couple of days to catch on because I was in the process of moving things around. And again, I don't let anyone in my house, so I'm not thinking anyone's come in and stole anything. There's no forced entry, of course, because he had a key that he got from the apartment office and just walked in and stole my stuff. But so I'm like, ain't nobody been in here. I must be tripping. I've been moving stuff around. I must have put something on the wrong shelf or whatever, whatever. And but then it just got to the point where I'm like, nah, man, there's too much stuff gone. It was all heavy hitter stuff as well. And so yeah, he just caught me lacking and stole some stuff and then sold it to my friend Leslie. Like I said, and but luckily, thanks to her and the group SCD Trade Post, I got most of my stuff back. I'm still out about $780 because there was like 6 or 7 titles that CD Trade Post had sold before I came up there and claimed it. So, like I said, heavy hitters like Castlevania Symphony of the Night, gone. I have to replace that. Mega Man Legends 2, gone. I have to replace that. My complete in box copy of Rocket Knight Adventures for the Genesis, gotta replace it. Vagrant Story, gotta replace it. So yeah, it's a lot of games that I have to replace now. I'll be suing for restitution, and he was charged, and pled. He's already admitted to it and all of that stuff. So that's not going to be the problem trying to prove what he took anymore, because he already admitted to taking the stuff. So like I said, I just gotta it's just got to go through the whole rigmarole of going to court and all that. But they told me it's gonna be a while because as far as like a theft like this is pretty low on the totem pole for the kinds of things that they deal with. So I just gotta just chill to the next episode. But it's nice knowing that eventually going to get redeemed for that stuff. But it sucks because like I said, now I gotta go back and try to refine that. And yeah, so yeah, I will definitely be trying to Andre. I know I missed the last swap meet that was in KC, but I'll definitely be trying to go to the next one because yeah, I got to start replacing some of that stuff that got stolen. So anyway, I've since made sure I up the security in here, putting up security cameras and all that stuff all up in here, and yeah, like I said, it was. I was using the fact that no one really knew where I lived and nobody knew what I had really to to protect my stuff. But like I said, I had the camera up. But anyway, like I said, that was the main reason why I just have not been posting anything on YouTube. I just honestly haven't you know, been motivated to do so because I got robbed. And it's like, damn, like, how am I going to do a game room tour and talk about my games? And some of them right now are still missing. So it's hard, like, to do that. But like I said, I'm going to be moving from this place here. And that's the main reason why I'm moving because I honestly can't trust the people that worked here. I've changed the locks, technically not supposed to change the locks, but now nobody has the key to this place but me and my girl. So change the locks, don't care. Like they not running up in my stuff no more. So yeah. But our lease is up in February, so we are definitely going to be up out of here in February, and we're going to just look for a small 2 bedroom apartment somewhere just to downsize. We got a lot of crap though, so we're going to put most of our stuff in storage and then just take what we need to the new place, and we'll chill out there until this housing market crashes a little bit, and then we can get into a house that we want. So that's the plan. But because of that, 2 videos I need to really make are the what's that are the PlayStation Move video. That's like the whole MacGuffin to this channel. I've been trying to make that video since I started Lightsaber Samurai, and yeah, I'm definitely gonna make that and go into detail and make a hopefully a nice, like, well produced video. And I want Metal Jesus Rocks in particular to see that because again, Metal Jesus Rocks is the whole crux to why I started this channel in the first place. Again, for those of you who haven't heard that story, Metal Jesus Rocks covered the PlayStation 3 about 5 years ago on his channel. He was doing it with Kelsey Lewin, and they got to talking about the different controllers. And when he brings up the PlayStation Move, you know, Kelsey goes on to say like how the PlayStation Move was basically a dud and motion controls don't work outside of the Nintendo Wii and all that. And it's really not true. Like those of us who use the PlayStation Move know that the motion controls actually work damn near 1 to 1. In fact, the PlayStation Move wands are used in the PSVR. And so if you've played the PSVR, you know how well the wands work. I mean, it was the same on the PlayStation Move. So, I mean, they work so well that they use the same wands for the PlayStation Move. So, and not to mention, usually when people talk about the PlayStation Move, they always pick the wackest games to talk about. When in fact there are a ton of really good games on the PlayStation Move. So I'm going to show off my PlayStation Move collection, review some games, show you guys some gameplay. It's going to be a great time, and I want Metal Jesus Rocks to see it just so he, I just don't want him to be discouraged by all the noise that's out there considering a PlayStation Move, because it's actually one of my favorite peripherals. I like the PlayStation Move more than the Nintendo Wii and more than the Xbox Connect. So I mean, it just is what it is. So I definitely want to do that, and also I do want to go. I'm gonna make that game room tour again. I was gonna make it 2 months ago before I found out I got robbed. Joe Casey was here around the same time, and I was talking about how I was getting ready to film it. And then, I noticed that my games were stolen. So I dealt with that. And once I got robbed, I was just like, man, I don't feel like making anything right now. And so that was back in like October that all that went down. But like I said, I got most of my stuff back and am poised to get the rest of it. So, we're going to go ahead and go through all that. Like I said, I got a lot of comments to look at. Let's catch up here. Um, so, yep, Slump is in the house. Zybulba's in the house. What's going on, Andre? Uh, so yeah, Spring King says, "Yikes! Yeah, it was garbage." 1D5 says, "Oh, but no, that's it. We got to ride on the exterminator." Man, I know. Like it's so hard to not. And like I said, now I know who this guy is. I know his identity. I know what he looks like. All that. I know. I got to leave it alone though. And like I said, Joe Casey, shout out to Professor Joe Casey, because I talked to him a lot back and forth during this whole saga. And so he was the one that was just kind of keeping my head straight and just telling me I gotta let it go. I don't want to. I still want to take it out of his ass when I see him, but like I said, I gotta let it go and just focus on getting my stuff back. The fact that he got charged and fired and all of that stuff, that's punishment enough. And like I said, the detective said, yeah, he's out, but he was like, you don't want him to go to jail because he can't pay you your money back if he's locked up. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, yeah, but yeah, he caught me lacking on that one and got me for some stuff. So uh Zybal says, "What did he clip you for?" Like I said, tons of a bunch of my Dreamcast games. Miraculously, every Dreamcast game that he stole, I got back. I don't know how that happened, because when I'm out at a game store and I see Dreamcast games, like I try to spring for those immediately. But like I said, some of the games I didn't get back was Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Mega Man Legends 2, Vagrant Story, Legend of Dragoon, all on PlayStation 1. I did not get Rocket Knight Adventures back for the Genesis, and I also got for I didn't get back Mario Sunshine on the GameCube. Hold on just a second. I'm getting a call. So I'm going to be muted for a second. Okay. Be right back, guys. That's my girlfriend. I have her key, so I have to go let her in real fast. So I'll be right back. Right back. All right, back guys. Give me just a second because I got some games, some pickups that I want to share with you guys. I went and got a couple from upstairs. There's some over there. I think I just want to grab them real quick, and we'll talk about pickups as well. Okay, so I got a few pickups. There are more. I don't feel like running around the house trying to find them. Like I said, this stream is incredibly impromptu. So anyway, that's what I got hit for. Tana's in the house. What's up, Tana? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here if you're still here. If not, thank you for stopping by. Some says that's rough. My guy would have had to pull up on man. I know, man. Bruh, I wanted to pull up on him so bad. But like I said, Joe Casey was right. He told me, man, I gotta leave that alone. It's just a little L I gotta take, but I'm a bounce back. And I've been bouncing back, so it's all good. So no, not Mega Man Legends, the Symphony of the I know. And if you guys watched my right before I got robbed, I filmed uh my top 10 PlayStation 1 games, and Mega Man Legends 2 was number 2 on that list. Mega Man Legends 2 is a game that I frequently play. So I noticed almost right away that it was missing, but again, at first, I was like, that just wasn't a possibility. I was like, nobody's been here. Like, it just must be around. But it got to the point where I'm just like, you know what? No, something's wrong. So I went to Game Eye and I started doing inventory, and all my games are set on my shelf. So all my games are in alphabetical order. So I just started noticing all my heavy hitters missing. And again, games that I had recently talked about, on the channel. So I'm like, what the like? It was crazy. So Jedi Run says, hopefully you'll have a better 2023. I'm hoping so. Garrett says, so I got robbed. Yes, Garrett, I got robbed. The exterminator for the apartment complex came in here and saw my games and started stealing stuff. So, yep. Ken's Games Collection. What's going on, man? Glad to see you in the stream. It's been a while, man. I hope you're doing well. Uh, just listening on the drive to work. Right on, right on. Well, appreciate you being here. Appreciate you having me on your radio. Okay. Joe Casey said he played his PSVR so much his PS4 Pro broke. I know. I saw that post today too. I was like, dang, he has been going all in on VR lately, though. And Joe Casey, I believe, has a complete VR collection, or is very close to it at this point. Like his VR collection is crazy. So definitely we'd have to, like, when we get together, Joe Casey, if you see this, we should talk about PlayStation VR and some titles that people should get that they don't know about. Because I mean, that Joe Casey is the guy to talk to for PlayStation VR. Uh, okay, Jedi Run is out. Jedi Run's gotta run. Appreciate it, man. We'll see you later. Thanks for stopping by. Supreme King says he exterminated himself. Absolutely, man. Played himself. I hope it was worth it, losing your job and all of that, and now being, on the cops' radar, and any money you make, you're going to be paying that to me. So, good luck with that. So you can't be out here riding for revenge. Yeah, like I said, at this point, like I said, no, I can't do it. I can't throw my life away, throw my job away, this career that I'm starting at the school and all that stuff. At Jedi Run, back at you. Yeah, man. So peace out, Jedi Run. We'll catch you in the next one. So yeah, so that was the main thing that's been keeping me away. Okay, and then it gets wilder. So you guys know I'm an assistant teacher at the school, um, at the middle school here, and so I do mainly sixth grade. I dabble in all grades, but I mainly do sixth grade, and I'm sure you guys have been aware of the teacher shortage. It's been absolutely nuts. They just teachers are leaving in droves. The pay is not good. The hours suck. Like it's a lot of stress on them. And a lot of teachers catch all the blame for why children act the way they do. And parents get none of that, which is crazy. But and I get it. Like I said, going through school, I done had some whack teachers, you know what I mean? But I think for the most part, I think most of my teachers are actually okay, and it sucks because some of my teachers were so bad. Those are the ones you remember, right? You know, the teachers that really suck that you really didn't like. But you also remember the teachers that you really, really did like, and then there's everybody else. And everybody else, like I said, all in all, they're pretty much okay. They weren't awful. So, but teachers get a bad rep. And again, don't get me wrong, there are some teachers out there who really don't need to be teaching, but it is what it is. So anyway, I got asked at the beginning of the year, and they sent me an email and said, "Hey, do you want to teach technology?" We could not fill the position. The previous teacher, she left, and the position had been open since April, and August comes around, they still hadn't filled it. So like, hey man, like you've been working here for the last 5 years. It was a new principal this year, and she said, I heard a lot of good things about you. Heard you got a good rapport with the kids. Heard you're also a good disciplinarian. The kids listen to you and all that, yada yada yada. Would you like to teach this class? And I was just like, yeah, sure, why not? Let me go ahead, because I was ready, to switch things up. And so as of this year, I'm teaching technology for sixth, seventh, and eighth grade. And so that's been a blast. This is my first teaching position. And like I said, the way things have been going, they pretty much just kind of dumped me in there, kind of gave me an idea where I can get the curriculum and all that stuff, and just said, go ahead. And so I got the hang of it now. It's honestly haven't. It's a lot of work, but it hasn't been super hard. So I'm like, man, now I got to go back to school so I can finish getting certified, so I can actually teach. So that's another thing I'm gonna be doing this semester. I start, I think, the 20th of January with classes. So I'll be going to school this semester while teaching school, and like I said. And plus, going to be moving at the end of this month, so it's a lot going on. I'm trying to batch shoot some stuff now, so I don't go on hiatus again for 2 months. So not something I'm trying to do out here. It's crazy. Like I've been watching some of my peers like Pac-Man Case and Retro Rivals and Gaming Off the Grid. They've all been doing so well, Mr. Right Way. And I'm like, man, if I was on my grind this year like I was in 2020 and 2021, I should have been at 10,000 subs by now. So that's kind of tough. It's like you kind of feel like everybody's like passed you by. You know what I mean? So definitely in 2023, I gotta put pressure on them. It's tough because everything that's going on, but I really just gotta push through it and just take the time. If I don't take the time, I'll never have the time. So I just gotta take it, make the content, and keep it pushing, man. Try to get growing out here. So those of you who've been sticking by me, I appreciate that, sticking by me through the hiatus. But just know I'm back with some content. So just share and spread the news. We out here. Let's see. Let's see. Are people still coming under your Facebook complaining about their channel? I honestly don't even look at my Facebook. I'm on Facebook as Lightsaber Samurai. I haven't looked at that Facebook page in like 6 months, maybe a year. So I don't know. But like I said, I was in on Facebook. I was in this group. It was a small YouTuber gaming group. Uh, and you could go there and share your YouTube channel and share ideas and ask questions about how to get better and things like that. And so it was a good source for that. I met a lot of good YouTubers from that channel. Generation Pixel was on there, Pringles Domain was on there, um, Ploop Choop was on there, J Chip. I can't remember if I met you there or not. I can't remember. But I think J Chip might have been in there. Same thing for you, Brew United. I think you were in that group too. And so, or maybe I met you through Generation Pixel. I think Generation Pixel might have put me on to you. But however the case, like that Facebook group had a lot of good channels in it, and a lot of people that I still rock with even today. But then you got the others. A lot of people, they do YouTube and just want to be successful overnight. Um, whether it be naivety or entitlement, they just feel like, oh, I just need 1,000 subs. They don't even know why. They just need 1,000 subs because I guess they think they about to make money doing this. Like, I mean, I make some money through affiliate marketing on YouTube, way more. I haven't made a penny on AdSense. I haven't gotten any money from AdSense revenue with my almost 2,000 subscribers. But I have made a couple of $100 in AdSense in affiliate marketing through Amazon. Just posting links about the equipment I use. So, like I said, gear like this setup that I'm using right now, between this light in front of me and the light behind me, it was a $40 lighting kit that I found, and it comes with two light panels, two light stands, and I mean it works pretty good. The CR rating isn't as accurate as I've seen with a lot of lights. It didn't say, I don't think, on the box, but I would say it's probably around 90, maybe less. That's just like a gauge to dictate like how accurate the lighting is. Um, but yeah, so I mean, the light isn't the best quality light, but like I said, you can see this image; it works just fine, and so it's doing the job. So I'm not mad at it at all. Like I said, I was just out buying presents. I was at Walmart and seen it, and thought like, oh, let me just go ahead and grab this. I also bought this microphone too at the same time. I don't think this microphone is what's hot in the streets though. So, like I said, like the form factor. I like the speaker actually lights up in a bunch of different RGB colors. So I thought that was kind of cool. And I thought if it sounded halfway decent, but like I said, it's cutting in and out. It might just be user error because again, I literally took that out of the box right before I press record on this live stream. So it could just be that. So um let's see. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I got my whole collection inventory. Just added more pickups yesterday. Yeah, and like I said, I luckily that was another thing too. Like if you don't have your collection like written down or inventoried somewhere, definitely do that. That was a huge help. Okay, that I have it all on Game Eye, so I was able to look up exactly what I was missing, and I gave the police an itemized list of everything that was taken, everything that I got back, and everything that I didn't get back, and the dollar amounts for all of that stuff. And so they have that downtown. And so, like I said, that's what Cody is his name. That's the guy that robbed me. That's what Cody will be on the hook for when it comes time for him to pay me that money. So, yeah, that's what it is. So let's see. Uh, Garrett says most likely they just want to make money, which is why they want 100 or 1,000 subs. And that's true, but the problem is you can't make money with 1,000 subs because a lot of people, they want to make money through AdSense revenue. But to get really, especially in our niche, which is video games and retro video games, that's a niche that it's so huge. It's huge. And because it's so large and because there are already so many prominent creators in the space, it doesn't pay. What you're talking about is what's called the CPM, and that's basically like the cost per view or whatever, per watch, whatever the case. And so, depending on your niche, the more popular the niche, the less they pay you in AdSense because you're in a very saturated market. You got tons and tons and tons of competition. And like I said, so for retro video games, I mean, there's a lot of people like Metal Jesus Rocks have been doing this for like 15 years. He started doing YouTube in like 2007. It was like 2 years after YouTube became a thing. So, like, of course, like he's getting, people give him a lot of crap, but like, of course, he's got the accolades. He put in the work for 15 years and really invested in his equipment and continued to try new things. And like I said, I feel like I got to change up my channel again because I feel like my videos are starting to be very samey. So I gotta learn some new tricks and try to improve because I'm always trying to change it up and keep my content from being stagnant. So, but yeah, like I said, the CPM, that's what you get paid for. So it might be something to the tune of like now it's based less on views and more on watch time. So for now, so now it's like, say, for every 2 hours they pay you $1 or a penny or whatever it is. It's not much, you know what I mean? So now you gotta really have like 10,000 subs and 10,000 watch hours or something to get maybe like $10 worth of AdSense revenue. Like it's not much at all. And like I said, some of these bigger channels, it might be interesting to ask them or talk to them about it. Like um, Mr. Wright. his channel's at I think 23,000. Gaming off the grid, they're hovering at the 20,000 mark. Pac-Man Case has got like 6 or 7,000 now. Like I said, you can ask them what they're getting as far as AdSense revenue. It's not much. Part of it is because like that's not where it's at. But um with affiliate marketing, that's the links that I put at the bottom of a lot of my videos. If you click those links, it'll take you to Amazon. I'm an affiliate with Amazon, so if you purchase something from Amazon, like say if I suggest a camera and you purchase that camera, I get a kickback from that. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but Amazon will pay me a little money since I was the link that brought you to that purchase. Even if you click my link and you don't buy the camera, but then you say, "Oh wait, I forgot, I need to get a new pair of headphones," and so you search in headphones and click headphones, I still get a kickback from that because it was my link that brought you to Amazon. So that's the best way to make money on YouTube, I think, is through affiliate marketing. And of course, if you get brand deals, you get sponsors. They might sponsor you with money or with gear to do. To make videos, but for that you got to have a really good fan base, and they got to see that you can make high quality content before they give you that stuff. So it took me to get to 5K subs to see a little money. Exactly. So you can't, yeah, you're not making no one with 1,000 subs is making AdSense revenue. They're just not. No one. Like I said, I made a few $100s, but that's through affiliate marketing. It was not the same. So I do like the idea of affiliate marketing because even smaller channels can make a little bit of coin if they get down with that. So boy 12 is in the house. Yo, what's up? Yeah, good to see you back. Yeah, man, it's been a long time. I've been going through a lot of stuff. Like I said, my I recently got robbed for some of my games. It was the exterminator. He came in and stole a couple of things out of my game room and then immediately sold them to my friend Leslie at CD Trade Post. So luckily, thank God for Leslie. Like if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have gotten my stuff back. So, you know, I already knew she was the goat, but if I needed any more reason if I needed any more reason, there it is. Okay. She's been the goat for a long time. Okay. So yeah, but so I got most of that stuff back and just waiting on the court date so I can get restitution for the rest of it. Like I said, I became a long-term sub this year, but I'm teaching the whole class, writing the lessons, grading the papers, going to parent-teacher conferences, all that stuff. I'm doing everything the teacher's doing. So I figure, man, since I'm doing the work, I might as well go back to school and go ahead and become a teacher. It's definitely going to be more money than I'm making right now. So that's good. And as an assistant teacher, I don't get paid in the summer. So I got to figure it out in the summer. So I either got to save up so when the summer hits, I can live off my savings, or I got to be out there trapping or something. But I got to figure it out in the summer, so I don't have to do that as an actual teacher. Casey Neal is in the house. Casey, what's going on, bro? Casey is a longtime friend of mine. We started out together years and years ago at Krispy Kreme Donuts. What's going on? Happy New Year, bro. Hope you have a good one. Keep on collecting and keep your head up. Yes, man. I will. I'll try to. I was down for a little bit, man, but I'm feeling like myself again. It wasn't just the robbery that got me. Like I said, it was all the work that I've been doing at the school. My mom messed around. She had a stroke last week, and I'm laughing because like my mom is a super resilient person. She's bulletproof. So she had a stroke, and she woke up in the middle of the night having the stroke. Once it passed, she went back to sleep. Then she called me the next day. She's like, Antoine, can you come get me, take me to the hospital? I think I had a stroke last night. I said, what? And so, yeah, come to find out, took her to the hospital. They're like, yeah, you had a stroke. And so she lost, motor function in her left hand and left foot. And then it's like, yeah, you're not going home for Christmas. You got to stay here. And then we're going directly to physical therapy after that. And she was like, well, damn. But literally the next day, like she was willing, like her limbs to move, and we're moving great. But the doctor saw so much improvement in like 2 days. They're like, okay, we'll go ahead and send you home for Christmas, and then next week we'll start physical therapy. And her motor function has gotten even better since then. So I don't know. Like this woman has stage 4 cancer like 2 years ago. Oh, if You're hearing me? Sorry, guys. My camera went out because the battery died. Give me just a second. Let me switch my battery real fast, and then we'll be back at it. So give me just a moment. Still here. Little battery switch. Nope, get off. Okay. Sorry about that. Battery died. Kona, move, sir. Get up out of my chair. Okay. As soon as I get up, you're gonna try to steal my stuff. So anyway, let's see. Catching up here. What's been going down? So anyway, boy 12, that's what's been going down in a nutshell. I said I've been dealing with my mom, dealing with robbery here, and because of that, my lease is up next month. We are going to move, so I gotta hurry up. Again, this week I want to shoot the PlayStation Move video and the game room tour video and get those out before we move, because literally like starting around like the 10th or so, I gotta start tearing all this down, get it all packed up, so we can get up out of here. Because yeah, so they ruined that for me. So now we got to move. But, it is what it is. Like I said, we'll take this opportunity to downsize, move to a cheaper spot so we can hopefully get ourselves a house. So, yes, I am selfishly waiting for that housing market to crash. Okay. There is no reason why housing should cost what it costs right now. I don't care what nobody says. Okay. So, yeah. Boy says always why community pays off. Someone tried to pull a fast one on you, not realizing you had connections. That's facts. He took it right to Leslie, who's been on this channel before, whom I've known for like 15 years. So yeah, he stole all my games and took them to my friend to sell off. And so yeah, he was quickly caught. And so yeah, sucks for him. But that's what you get for stealing. So, you know, that's one thing I can't stand is a thief. So it all comes back to you at the end of the day. And that dummy had no clue. Yeah. So I'll get it all back eventually. Supreme King's got to head out. Thank you for stopping by, Supreme King. He is a YouTuber who just got started in the game not too long ago. So you can see his, in the comments, you can see his little avatar there. So if you're looking for somebody new, or just want to support a new YouTuber who's up and coming, definitely check out Supreme King. He's got some good stuff. He's very consistent as of right now. So, yeah. Said, hope she gets better though, for sure. It will, man. Good old OBS. Well, StreamYard, yeah. Yeah, I'm using StreamYard. I'm not fancy enough that, like, I don't know. I've tried to get into OBS a couple of times. I'm just dumb. Like, I can't figure it out. But I really need to master OBS because like I said, StreamYard, if this works well for what I'm doing and I can share my screen and I can put videos up and do little stuff, it's kind of it's not very, so I can go to the present, right? This is how you do it. Can't extra camera, extra video file. So share screen is there. Okay, that's how you do it. I can't remember. So entire screen. I click that. I click share, and then bam, we share. Hopefully we share. But this is a previous video. And speaking of Leslie, here's Leslie right here. So this is where he took my games. He took them. He took them to CD Trade Post, and this is where he took them. So she quickly, once I went up and told her, like, she pulled all my stuff down. We got in contact with the police, let them know. The police was able to get the guy to confess. And so, yeah, that's how it all went down. So stupid. That sucks for him, but I don't care. Again, that's what you get for stealing. And like I said, he's probably stolen from tons of people. Leslie said that, yeah, he'd been coming in for several months, bringing in games, saying that he fumigates and cleans out. He fumigates and cleans out abandoned apartments. And so I'm like, man, he's been doing this to other people. But like I said, a lot of people collect games just to collect them, just to have them on the shelves and be like, yeah, I got my games. And they don't really play them. So he's probably hit a ton of people and they have no clue as of right now what happened to their stuff. They don't know. So like I said, that sucks. So Yes, let's see the game room tour. I got notifications on for sure, man. Like I'm like I said, I can't put it off anymore because I'm moving. I have to tear down this game room in like a week or so. So I want to have it for myself as well as an archive. Because like I said, I remember when I first moved here and I looked at this empty basement and I said, man, this is where the channel's gonna pop off. I got the space now. I got the room. This is where I'm gonna make the channel pop off. And in recent years, I haven't done as well as I wanted to. But like I said, especially 2020, 2021, I was red hot. I was super motivated. I was cranking out good content. Like we grew very well in 2020 going into 2021. And so thank all of you who discovered the channel during that time period. And shout out to everybody who's going to find me in the future because I'm really going to try to put pressure on them in 2023. Um, like I said, I'm gonna go as hard as I can. I really want to. Did I get? I think I unplugged my computer real fast. Give me just a second as I step off screen. But anyway, like I said, I really want to put the pressure on and try to grow here because, like I said, there's no reason why. I'm not at like 5,000 right now. Like I definitely should have way more subs than I do right now, and it's really just me. I'm just not putting in the work. Sorry, I'm plugging my computer back in so this whole thing doesn't die on me. But yeah, so like I said, that is going to be the order for 2023. It's just pressure, pressure, pressure. So let's plug you in over here. So I got so many cords and everything going everywhere. Can we reach that? Got to take the headphones out real quick. Okay, there we go. So, anyway, see, Trade Post had some great sales recently. Yeah, they had it's like buy two get 20% off, buy three get 30% off, buy four get 40% off. Some stuff going on like that. So, yeah, we picked up a few things. So I'll show you actually some of my pickups that I got. First off, I actually got this at GameStop. Nothing serious, but I got a friend of mine that works there hooked me up with a steel book for Sonic Frontiers. So the game's not in there; it's just a steel book. So I don't know if I ever get the game. I mean, just be nice to put that in there. So he just gave that to me for free. Had it lying around. It's like, hey man, it's yours if you want it. So I'm like, yeah, sure. So I still got to check that game out. It's crazy because Sonic Frontier is not like a super fantastic game, but it's the first Sonic game that's come out since Sonic Mania that's not garbage. And so with the Sonic franchise, anything that comes out and is just okay, like you definitely got a cop because they've really had some duds in their franchise trying to keep up with Mario and like I said, I shout out to Sega and the Sonic franchise for at least trying to be innovative. They kept trying to do different things, but it just wasn't working. So they different stuff and threw it on the wall and hope try to see what sticks. But Sonic Frontier seems to be a decent game, and so everybody's been hopping on that. So I'm gonna grab it once the price for it goes down. So boy says, I don't know if you're familiar with Lady Pelvic from Pelvic Gaming, but she's recently announced an update video that 2023 may potentially be her last year on YouTube. She's a very JRPG centric channel. Okay, I'll have to check her out. Did she say why she was stopping YouTube? Like, that's unfortunate. So I'm excited. One of my favorite YouTuber duos that left for a while, they quit YouTube and then recently came back, and that's the Game Hunters. Yeah, they are fantastic and one of my favorite duos. And I definitely I'll save that. That's an idea I got coming up. I won't talk about that now. I'll drop that hopefully. But yeah, like I said, I'm glad that they came back. So let's look at some pickups here. Actually, from CD Trade Post, I picked these two up. So this first one here is Coliseum Road to Freedom on the PlayStation 2. And it's a game that I can't remember who made this game, who brought this to us. I can't remember, but I bought this game because this is the prequel to a game that I covered in my PSP Hidden Gems. It was called like Gladiator. it was a PSP exclusive. This is a PS2 exclusive, and before they made that Gladiator game, they made this, which is also a Gladiator game. It appears to play exactly the same as that game, and so I'll be interested in checking this out because I really like that game for its customization, its simplicity, its combat. Like, it was all very, very good, very nice pick up and play, quick. Quick engagement. So that was a good game. So I figured I'd pick that up. It's a PlayStation 2 exclusive that I don't see very often. And so yeah, I don't know if that one's gonna get expensive in the future. It has been going up in price, so who knows? 1D5 says, yeah, it's cool to see Sonic in a Renaissance era between the game, the Netflix show, and the recent movies. Yeah, absolutely. Like, so yeah, it's definitely Sonic season. Like, he's finally getting some. It's crazy to think. At once upon a time, like, he was neck and neck with Mario. Like, you know. I mean, he was right there and always in the same conversation as Mario, which is the king of the 2D platformer, and in a lot of respects king of the 3D platformer as well. So yeah, it's good to see Sonic coming back and rejoining that conversation. Um, so absolutely, based off. Let's see. Oh, says based off what she said, I think she's experiencing a lack of motivation from seeing her numbers not going up after being on YouTube for 8 years. And yet, you know what? It's tough, but I mean, like I said, I'm the same way, man. I've been on YouTube. This will be my on for this channel. This will be what, my 6th or 7th year. So I'm right behind her when it comes to that, and but like I said, I don't know her situation, but me, like, I get discouraged, and I get, I'm just like, man, like, especially some of my peers during doing so well. But I just got to be honest with myself. For one, my consistency at the height of this channel, I was putting out 2 videos plus a live stream every week. I was going hard, hard, hard on this channel. I had like 12 to 15 uploads every month. So it was averaging out to like a video or some content every other day, average. But I haven't been doing that. My last video was 2 months ago. And then before that, I was gone for like 4 weeks. And then before that, I was gone for 3 weeks. I haven't been consistent at all. Like, this year 2022, I've probably put out 20 videos, 15 videos in a year. Like, that's garbage. That's garbage. I got no one to blame for that but myself. Honestly, also, I also feel like that my videos after a while get kind of samey. So, I got to innovate and change my channel as well. Like I said, there's a lot of the big channels I don't watch that much anymore for the same reason. I love GameSack. I love GameSack. GameSack was the channel that got me back into collecting video games, but I don't really watch GameSack that much anymore. Metal Jesus Rocks. I love Metal Jesus Rocks. I don't plug into Metal Jesus Rocks every time he uploads anymore like I used to. I just don't. Metal Jesus was a channel I would binge watch for hours, and still love Metal Jesus Rock, still respect him, and I still his content I like the most is when he travels. I do like his little vlogs when he travels. So I went to, I think, was it Vegas recently or somewhere like that. I watched one not too long ago. Definitely plugged into that, and yeah. So it's, yeah, I don't know. It's tough. Like, you gotta have those hard conversations with yourself and ask yourself, are you really doing what you're supposed to be doing? Because we know on YouTube, try to invest in some equipment, learn how to use it. You ain't even got to have the best equipment, but just have some okay equipment, because it's so easy to get good equipment now. Like I said, this lighting setup that I'm using is $40. Okay. If you letting $40 stand in the way of having decent lighting, you're not really built for YouTube. You know what I mean? So it's just stuff like that. So you got to have some decent equipment. Gotta, have some good content also. It can't just look pretty. You got to be saying something, got to be talking about something out here. And you know what I mean? You just got to keep the content fresh and keep improving. Waves and Games, I bring him up all the time because Pete still shoots on his cell phone. His videos look phenomenal though. Like, his cell, like, because he's gotten so good at using the camera that he has, and you can see, like, even over the last year or so, the video quality on his channel has gone up. He's still using the same cell phone that he was using though, but the video content has gone up because his storytelling is better. His editing has always been on point, but it's just getting better and better. He's he's evolving. He's doing the things he needs to be doing. Retro Rival, same thing. They got a super interesting channel. They got a great dynamic between the two of them, and they're super consistent. So, like I said, I'm not doing everything that I need to be doing to grow on YouTube. So I can't be mad that I'm still under 2,000 subs and all of my peers have left me in the dust because they did what they were supposed to do and I didn't. So, again, I don't know pelvic situation. I actually I'll check her out and see what she's got going on. What you say her name was? Pelvic. Where is it at? Hold on, let me go. And like I said, it could just be creative burnout. Take a Nashville is where Metal Jesus went. That's correct. So thanks for that, boy. Yeah, he went to Nashville. Um, so yeah, let me go back and see where the channel is called Pelvic Gaming. Let me look for it real quick. But yeah, like I said, and the lack of motivation happens. I had a huge lack of motivation for my gaming channel through all this, but I've actually been posting some content on my filmmaking channel. So I've made another video today. I'll post a video on that channel and Lightsaber Samurai tomorrow. As soon as I get off the live stream tonight, I'm gonna go try not to play Cyberpunk and instead edit the all the footage that I shot. And so hopefully, we can get that to you guys tomorrow. And then we're just gonna go on and pick it back up. You know, try to reclaim. Okay, is this Pelvic Gaming with the almost 46,000 subs? That's not bad. Okay, yeah, I know 8 years is a long time. I'm sure she's wanting to be at 100,000. Okay, so let me bust out the share again. Let's all take a look at Pelvic's channel. Okay, and like I said, you see here, her she says she didn't express creative burnout or anything like that. She explains it in the video on her channel, but it kind of sucks that her community may possibly not be able to tap in with her on that end. Absolutely. And like I said, she seems to be very niche. Oh, you say it here. You say her channel is almost exclusively JRPG centric, much of which aren't recent releases, which also puts her in a niche of a niche. Yeah, absolutely. But like I said, that's not a bad thing though. Like, I mean, because she is the one to go to. Yeah, she's got to she's got to, try to do more to get herself out there. I don't know what else she can do, but she's, got 45K subs. That's great. Maybe some collaborations is what she needs to do. If there's a popular channel just as popular as hers, if maybe, like I said, I'd like to collab with Joe Casey because he's hardcore into VR gaming. And from my peers, he's like seems to be the most experienced. Now, Joe Casey doesn't have as many subs as I have, and I don't really care about that. But um, for me, I don't care. I think he's got like 600, approaching 700. And so hopefully a lot of you guys, if you guys haven't watched Joe Casey, we collabed on my last video that I posted in the pickups. And like I said, we want to collab soon. Hopefully I want to ask him about helping me out with some VR stuff, help me find some VR titles that I haven't tried. So yeah, like I said, 46,000 is a solid following. And like I said, considering that she's a niche within a niche, like JRPGs, like classic JRPGs, I mean, uh, but I mean, if you got a great fan base, you can do a lot with that. Um, so yeah, I feel it though, but I don't think she should give it up. I mean, it looks like she's got a really good thing going on her channel. Let me go ahead and share. I said I was going to share, so let me share real quick. Uh, let's see, Gamer's Choice. Let me shout out to Gamer's Choice for hopping in. You peep GameStop's New Year sales. Oh, let me show you that real fast. I did get a couple of games from GameStop on their New Year's sales. One of them was Horizon Zero Dawn. Not Horizon Zero Dawn. This is Subnautica Below Zero. These games give me a a No Man's Sky type of vibe. I wish that these games you could play in VR. This one's brand new. I accidentally ripped the paper, but it was brand new. I got it for $10, and so that was a great game. At least it seems like a great game. Pringle's Domain is the guy to talk to when it comes to Subnautica. He streams Subnautica and he streams Subnautica Below Zero, like on his channel, almost exclusively. So he's the guy to talk to when it comes to that. Um,
So yeah, I did pick that up. I'll show you another game here in a second. Let me catch up. Uh, to be honest, the more popular you get, the less intimate your connection with your community becomes, and that's true. Like I said, you think Mr. Beast has followers that he just meets up with on the fly? I would bet not. Yeah, no, he's too big to get. Like I said, outside of some kind of like scripted like thing, like he can't just chill with people that are subscribed to his channel. He can't just do that at his size. Unfortunately, but I don't know. So let me show you the other game I got though. And I went ahead and bought this. This was a $30 game, but this is for the PS4. This is Valkyrie Elysium. And super excited because I did not know that this was a thing. Okay, the Valkyrie Profile series is a very cool JRPG series, and most of the games in that set are very expensive. The original Valkyrie Profile on the PS1, um, it's like 150 plus. Valkyrie Profile Lenneth on the PSP, that's like a $70-$80 game. Valkyrie Profile, I can't remember what it starts with an S. I can't remember the name of it. It's the PS2 game. That one is expensive right now. So the fact that the newest one is sitting at $30, I went ahead and blew the bread and got that. This is also brand new. So yeah, I'm excited to see that. Like I said, I didn't know that that was a thing. So I just bought that right away because eventually, I'll dive into that, and eventually that's going to go up in price. Again, like I was saying in my collections and how to predict future rare games. Like I said, every game in that series is expensive, so this one will eventually follow suit. And like I said, all the Valkyrie Profile games are good titles, so hopefully, um, yeah, hopefully it'll be good too. I wonder if it's more of a turn-based affair like a lot of the other games, or that they go more like a live action sort of deal, like the new Final Fantasy VII, and I think the new Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII game did. So anyway, I'm excited to pop it in though. So once I get done with Cyberpunk, maybe. So anyway, this is Pelvic Gaming. This is the one he's talking about. And it's always nice to see another female gamer too, because I don't know that many on the platform. Okay, so I'll definitely let me go ahead and hit her with that sub just so I can check her out later. But yeah, so because I likes me some JRPGs. Okay, this Live a Live, like I want to check that one out. That's a Switch title, and I saw that. I like the cover art from it. So Blade Chronicles 3, Shin Megami Tensei 4. Yeah, like I said, she got the stuff on here. 13 Sentinels is a great game. So yeah, I have to peep them. Like I said, she's sitting at 46K. Like I said, here's one from about a week ago, 10 days ago. She's at 10,000 views for, let's say, around the first week or so, and she's at 46,000 total. So I mean, her retention for that first week is about 40%, a little less than 40%. So that's pretty good. Like I said, they say the average channel as far as like views, they say the first week you should hit at least 10% of whatever your subscriber count is. So the fact that she can get to like 30-40% of that, like I said, she hit in this latest video, she hit 10% in her first day. So that's good. Like I said, her numbers seem to be healthy. She can do better, certainly, but no, these are healthy numbers looking at it. And like I said, that's just the rule of thumb that I've seen through a lot of YouTube channels. Um, that if you can get to that 10% mark within the first few days to a week or so, you're in good shape. So let me stop sharing, but I don't know, I'll take a look at her content later, see what she's putting out. But like I said, I'm sure it's gonna go to an ad first. Hurry up, look at what she's on. I don't want to trial in the back. But yeah, Nair channel seems solid. It's Yeah, like I said, I'll check her out later, see what she got going on. But yeah, thank you for putting me on to this because I do like me some JRPGs. So I'll come back to that another time. But anyway, okay, Lit, you've already checked it out, so say Valkyrie Elysium is a dungeon-based action combat RPG, but it's okay. It's good, but could be better. Okay, yeah, so they changed up the formula a little bit. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. So you said an interesting thing about Lady Pelvic is that she is good friends with someone whom I've encountered in my travels in the street dance culture. Right on. Modane Designs, welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you too. Okay, somebody else hopping in. Judy, welcome to the stream, says Pelvic Gaming has a very charismatic style and her explanations and her reviews are solid. Yeah, it's definitely worth a watch. Like I said, I like JRPGs. I don't play them as much anymore, but I still like me a good JRPG. I always buy them when I see them. I got a bunch of like weird ones on the PS4 and stuff, which is the PS4 is a really good system for that. They got things like Tokyo Xanadu, Neo, The World Ends with You, things like that. Like I like me some JRPGs out here. Ninwaz is in the house. Hey man, I miss you. Glad to see you back doing your thing. Yeah, man, I'm glad to be back too. I got robbed, so it's a long story, but long story short, I got most of my stuff back. Guy admitted to robbing me, and so I'm gonna get the rest that I'm missing in restitution. And I got all but like 7 of my games back that he stole. So yeah, besides that, like I said, that happened. I started teaching full time, at least long term subbing. I'm going back to school next week to finish my education on that, so I can be certified, so I can start teaching. And my mom had a stroke, but she's crushing it. She like literally like had a stroke and shrugged it off. So I go figure. Like I said, that woman is bulletproof. But anyway, like I said, there's been a lot going on. Also, I'm moving in like 3 weeks, so there's that too. So yeah, a lot going on, a lot going on. So we out here though. But yeah, Modane is in the house. Okay, hold on. Let me go back to. Let me search something here. Do do do. Let's spell that. Okay. And do I see it? Nope, I don't see it. Okay, anyway. Sorry, guys. I was looking for something and see it, but whatever. Okay. You move and never consider the southeast? Oh, not moving that far. I'm staying in the same city. Uh, so staying in the same city. Main reason why is because, well, for one, I like the city I'm in, but two, so I'm going back to school to finish up my degree and to get certified so I can start teaching. So um, my school district will pay for it through what's called the Grow Your Own Teacher program. So they will pay for all of my schooling, provided that I pass, and also provided that once I get my degree and start teaching, that I teach in this school district here for at least 3 years thereafter. So yes, I'm definitely going to be here for the next little while. So for sure, for sure. Let's see what else did I got. I got 2 more pickups. Again, let's see. This one also was from CD Trade Post on the PSP. It's Beautiful Joe Red Hot Rumble. This is a game I've never played, but I do like the Beautiful Joe series. I've got the first 2 games on the PlayStation 2, I think, and also Red Hot Rumble did come out on the GameCube, but I never got it on GameCube, and I think it's super expensive on the GameCube now. Like all GameCube games. So to get this for $16.99, I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and cop that. And we'll see what that's about. Then one says, I'm glad you told me about the PSP. It's just now starts to get popular. Yeah, dude, like the PSP, in my opinion, it's second only to the fantastic Game Boy Advance. Like, I mean, hold on. Excuse me. throat is getting dry because I'm doing all this talking without anything to drink. But yeah, no, man, the PSP, I like the PSP a lot more than even like the Nintendo 3DS. And if you like the Nintendo 3DS, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to diss you, but it's crazy how the prices on the 3DS shot up. Like to buy a 3DS console now is like $200 to find one used. If you see one of the special edition ones, like the Galaxy one that I had, or the Zelda one, or the Smash Brothers one, or whatever, you paying over $300. Okay, you can get a used Switch for cheaper than you can get a used 3DS in a lot of cases, and that's absolutely absurd. But yeah, like I said, I think the 3DS is cool. It's all right, but in my opinion, the PS3 or the PSP is killing the 3DS with the library, the graphics even still I think hold up. Yeah, I just think the PSP is better. And the main thing I like about the PSP is the fact that you can cast it to your television. Okay, I don't play a lot of handheld games in handheld mode anymore. Okay, so I just cast into my TV and play them like I would my consoles. I very seldom find myself in places to do that. Sometimes when my girl's upstairs playing, and I want to sit up there with her, but I kind of want to play something too. I'll bust out my PSP or my Vita and play something on that or whatever the case. But yeah, for the most part, like I said, I play these on the television, so I got the apparatus set up for that. So sorry to hear about all that. Wish you the best, bro. Yeah, like I said, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. I definitely wanted to. I definitely want to shoot the fade with the guy, but shout out again to Joe Casey. Like I said, he was actually here in town when all of that went down, and like I said, he was really worried. But Joe Casey, I never thought for a second that it was you. I was noticing things missing way before Joe Casey came to my house, and like I said, besides Joe Casey, nobody been in my house. So like I said, I knew something fishy was going on. Said I just got the DS in an auction, really got it to play Tactics Advance too. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, the Nintendo DS, I got like 4 or 5 of those. My girlfriend's friend had a bunch of them and was just gonna like get rid of them, but he was like, "Oh yeah, you like games, so you can have them." I was like, "Oh yeah, bet." And like they had a couple. They had a bunch of games, DS games with them too. Some of the Pokemon games, like one of them was in slotted in one of the DSs, but I sold that forever ago when Pokemon games were really expensive. I went ahead and got that off for a quick 60, $70. But yeah, no, yeah, like I said, I like the DS and I like the 3DS, but I just don't think either of them hold a candle to even the PSP, you know. And mainly the main reason why is because the library, like the DS and 3DS have fantastic libraries, but the PSP is something else. And not to mention the PSP is also region free. Okay, that's also a big thing that you need a Japanese DS or 3DS to play those Japanese games. So, and the fact that neither of those games you can cast to the television, which sucks as a gaming channel because it's hard to capture gameplay footage outside of emulation and yada yada yada. Is hassle. So, like I said, the PSP just works. It does what it's supposed to do. That's why I like the PSP. Uh, so yeah. Oh, last but not least, the last pickup that I got was actually from Best Buy. I was at Best Buy. I can't remember what I was there for. Can't remember when I was there, but went to Best Buy. And as you know, Best Buy has some kind of deal with limited run where they'll sell some of the limited run games at Best Buy. And when I see one of those games that I like, I'll buy them because I don't like buying from limited run. I don't like the idea of purposely putting out a small print number of games just so they can become rare and the video game, the retro game, and the gaming community can jizz over them and fight over them and then buy them and then try to resell them right away for exuberant prices and all that stuff. I was never about that. And I feel like supporting limited run in that way supports that kind of culture. So, me personally, I don't mess with it. So, but they do have limited run games at Best Buy, and that's really the only reason why I go to Best Buy to buy games. I saw like Scott Pilgrim versus the World. If you haven't gotten that physically yet, Best Buy still sells it. I still see it there every now and then for like $30. Also for $30 was this game, Samurai Jack. the battle through time. And I remember when this game was announced and hearing about it, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta play that game. And then found out physically it was coming out through limited run. So I was just like, okay, I'm not buying that. But then when I was at Best Buy, I don't know why it's not focusing. There it is. There's a little limited run logo, but limited run was selling this at Best Buy. So I got this. Like I said, it was like $30. So again, that's a game that's probably going to be uncommon in the future, considering you can only get it from limited run and from Best Buy. And like I said, when I saw this there, this was the only one on the shelf. So I definitely scooped that up with the quickness because I don't know if I don't know when they're how long they're going to have it in stock, if they're going to stop selling it at some point. But let's say it came with a little manual and all that too. But I love me some Samurai Jack. Samurai Jack, the Shadow of a Coup on the PlayStation 2 is like $80 now. That's an expensive game. And so, Samurai Jack games, like the other Samurai Jack games, expensive. So this one probably will be too, especially considering the limited distribution that it got. So if you're at Best Buy and you see that, I don't know I don't even know if it's good or not. I remember seeing some gameplay footage for it. It looked good. So it looked good enough to spend $30 on it. So that's what I did. The PSP has a lot of great games. I played on the Vita most. Oh yeah, and it's great to play it on the Vita too, because a lot of those games, when you play them on the Vita, you can activate the dual analog support for a lot of those games. If you play them on the PSP, or if you play the PSP games on the PSP Go and hook your DualShock 3 controller up to the PSP Go, you can also activate that second analog stick, and it's great to play them like that because I mean a lot of the games like the Siphon Filter games that came out on PSP were fantastic. I have them on the PlayStation 2 simply for that dual analog support, but I also have them on PSP as well. And so if I'm using, well, if I download them with the PSP Go and then hook up the DualShock 3 controller, or if I play them on the Vita, yeah, you can play them dual analog sticks, and a lot of the games control better as a result. Boy says limited runs reputation is definitely going in the crapper lately. Yeah, people are getting orders almost a whole year later. Come on now. Yeah, that's absurd. Absolutely absurd. There's no reason why you should have to wait a year to get something that you bought. Yeah, that's nuts. Do you think the Nintendo Switch going to be the all-time handheld console? And what do you think about Nintendo Switch library? I think Nintendo Switch library is dope. And you know what? As far as like handhelds, like yeah, it's like it's definitely a handheld, right? But it's not a handheld in the sense of like handheld consoles that like can fit in your pocket or almost fit in your pocket, whatever. The Switch is still big. Even the Switch Lite is still really big for a handheld. But I mean, also, you can make cases for the handhelds of the 90s, like the Game Gear or the Atari Lynx or the TurboGrafx Express. Those were gigantic handhelds. More so because of the technology of the time. But yeah, the Switch library is good. It's very similar to the PS4, Xbox Live. They get quite a few of the third party games. It is impressive that some of those third party games can run on the Switch, like having Skyrim run on the Switch or Doom run on the Switch. And they look pretty good too. They're definitely inferior versions, but the fact that you can fit the whole game of Skyrim on the Switch is quite impressive. So you can't knock that. I have a Switch, but I don't really play it. And I think just because I got my Switch right here, actually, I got my Switch. Had to get the Animal Crossing Switch because I think this is the only Switch that's got some sauce on it. You know what I mean? Like the Joy Cons, of course, are a different color, but also the dock is that special custom dock. So I appreciate that because all the other like limited edition Switches basically just have different color Joy Cons and that's it. But this also has a cool pattern. I don't know how well you can see that, but there's a pattern on there, Animal Crossing theme pattern. And so, like I said, I feel like they put more effort into this. But like I said, this is big for a handheld, but it's definitely a handheld. And like I said, it looks and plays fantastic. I do like the library on the Switch. The Switch games are tend to be on average more expensive than PS4 and Xbox One games, so I don't have a lot of them. Zybala says I finally picked up Astro Chain. I don't see it very often. Astro Chain is the one I'm looking for. That's going to be one of the grails on that system. And I should have bought it. I used to see it all the time, but I didn't have a Switch. And I used to see it at my store as low as like 17 bucks. I should have just bought it. I think Astro Chain is out of print now. Yeah, so only copies are the ones that are out there right now. So Astro Chain is definitely, I'm looking for that one hardcore. So I need that game ASAP because that's definitely going to be like Devil's Third on the Wii U. Mark my words. So I wish I could find a PSP Go with a dock and TV cables. Yeah, dude. I got the PSP Go. I got the PlayStation TV that looks like a giant PSP screen. Okay. But yeah, the dock by itself is like 200 bucks. I have Astro Chain. I still don't have a Switch. That's how you do it, though. Like I said, so when you get the Switch, you don't have to go looking for the game. You already got it. And like I said, I've done that with other consoles before. Um, but yeah, it's just uh, show up to SEGE and I will help you look for it. Yeah, man. Like I said, I do want to get down southeast. I want to shoot out there eventually one day. Um, yeah, we just got to see what's going on with purchasing the house and all that. Let's see. I just I just throw out my hope the Switch Pro and take the leap at this point. Yeah, like I said, I mean if you see a Switch Pro for a good price, you might as well get the Switch Pro. But I mean, because I do like that too, the black on white. Like the Switch Pro looks really slick, right? But like I said, I like my Animal Crossing just because I like the colors too. I like the pastel colors. My girlfriend is a huge Animal Crossing fan. So Retro Rivals is going to SE. Oh, they are going down there, man, all the way from Canada, huh? Like I said, I might peep it because it's in the summer, right? Because I'll be on summer break when that pops off. So if I got some scratch, man, because I would love to get out to more. Like I would love to get out to more conventions and actually meet some people. I've always wanted to meet J Love 81 in person. I always wanted to meet her. There's a bunch of other people I always wanted to meet. I'm so glad I finally got to meet Ways and Games in person. That was dope. Me and Joe Casey mixed it up in person. That was cool. But those are the only two that I've met. And of course, my boy Slumpenstein, okay, and Zybaba, we known each other since the 90s. So, but yeah, I definitely want to meet a lot more of you guys in person. Modana, it would be dope to meet you too. Yeah, July 15th and 16th in Greenville, South Carolina. So, yeah. Oh, you said that's the Switch OLED. The Switch Pro is just a filler name that people use to describe a more powerful Switch. Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. Because I don't know if they're gonna come out with an actual Pro Switch. If they did, that'd be dope. But because like I said, I didn't invest in the OLED because if they come out with a Pro Switch, it's probably gonna have an OLED screen anyway. So yeah, like I said, if you're getting it for just the OLED screen, and again for me, the Switch, I usually play docked, so the OLED screen does not matter. It doesn't affect me. The OLED screen is really just for people who play the Switch in handheld mode all the time. So if you play it in handheld mode a lot, then yeah, you'll find some use out of that. But if you just play it docked like I do, it won't affect you at all. So, so yeah, people have wanted that for a while now because of how painfully obvious it is that the Switch is dated. Yeah, like I said, and again, people shouldn't be surprised. Nintendo been on that. You know, at first they tried to keep up graphically and all that, but the GameCube was a slight. Actually, the GameCube, in my opinion, graphics wise, like I said, the GameCube when they wanted to, they could really make some really good looking games. And oftentimes the GameCube ports look better than the PlayStation 2 ports. But like I said, after that, with the Wii, of course, the Wii was very much behind what the 360 and PS3 were doing. Okay, the Wii U caught up and filled that gap quite a bit, but you know, their handhelds were the same way. The DS was quite a ways behind the PSP. The 3DS is definitely behind the Vita technologically, in my opinion. And like I said, they've always been like a step behind, like at least as far as graphics and things like that go, capacity, all of that stuff. Anything about that N64, PS1, graphics wise, they were pretty much on par. Uh, you know, they're things that each console did better than the other, in my opinion. Uh, like things like transparencies and whatnot. The PlayStation 1 did better. As far as textures, I thought the textures on the N64 looked better. They weren't as jaggy. I think the N64 also had better draw distance in a lot of cases, but when it came to storage capacity, of course, the cartridge to CD, I mean, PlayStation had that all day, obviously. But yeah, like I said, Nintendo's never really cared about being the most technologically advanced. And we saw that even as far back as the Super Nintendo and the Genesis. Even though I think the Super Nintendo on average had better graphics than the Genesis, a lot of times the philosophy was Genesis was trying to make arcade perfect ports. Like that was what their claim to fame was. Like, oh, our games are just like the arcades. And while they were focusing on that, Nintendo was really focusing on advancing video games in general, as far as like telling better stories and making it better innovations with games, period. And so, like I said, that's been their philosophy for a long time. Nintendo always went trailing edge tech for sure. Now, definitely not cutting edge. So, did you look at the new Pokemon Nintendo Switch? It looks amazing. I haven't seen it yet. I'll have to check that out. People have wanted it for a long time because of how painfully obvious it is. Switch is dated. Yeah, yeah. I already read that one. Yep, Switch is definitely dated. So, yes, sir. But yeah, I'm sad we got that in. So I mean, I'm pretty much run out of things to talk about, and yeah, man, it's 7:30 now where I'm at, so I'm gonna end here in a second because I do got to get on editing so I can get those videos out tomorrow. But yeah, like I said, I just want to drop in, guys, let you know I'm giving another shot. It's a new year, so it's the perfect time to hop back in that. So, anybody got any good resolutions for this year? So, it's a good time. We always talk about our New Year's resolutions. Anybody got any to talk about? Like I said, me personally, of course, there's always the one of losing weight. I really got to get on that because I'm not getting any younger and I'm starting to feel like myself being tired more and not having the energy I used to have and all of that stuff. So, definitely got to get on top of my physical health as well as my mental health out here. So, like I said, um, appreciate you stepping back on here, man. Yeah, man, I'm so glad. I'm sorry, man. I was gone so long and hadn't really left you guys with any explanation. And there were several times in the last 2 months that I wanted to come in here and make a video, and I just couldn't. Like I was really, man, like I was really trying, man. And there's a couple of things that I did film and I cranked them out, but you'll never see them because they were honestly terrible. I could tell just by watching them, the energy wasn't there, just the attitude was all off. Like, so there was a couple of videos that I've tried to make. I'm going to reshoot those, so you'll see the reshot versions of those when I post them. But yeah, man, I tried, and I was just going to force myself just to put something out, but and nah, it was garbage. So I didn't want to do that. Um, See, I forgot making resolutions. Oh, before I forget, I actually hit you up on Instagram. Did you? Like just now, or did you do that a while ago? Because I don't get on Instagram that much anymore. See, that was a thing too, and I don't know, like creatively, like I've been in a funk this year because I used to post like I used to at least post like photos and stuff that I'd taken all the time. Um, yeah. What is this? Oh yeah, I gotta do that. Adobe subscription. All that comes out tomorrow. So it was a while back, but I did it. Yeah, man, I just missed that completely. So yeah, I apologize for not hitting you back. Like I said, I don't get on here that much. So I'm looking back. Do you have the same is your Instagram name the same as it is here, or is it different? I'll look for it though. I'll look for it though. But yeah, just let me know. You can send me one again tonight if you want to. I'll be on the lookout for it. So, but yeah, man, I think I let's see. Well, good seeing your lightsaber. My resolution is to get more into PSVR. I've had the VR for some years, but haven't used it because of the crazy cord attachments. Yeah, man, it's kind of a hassle. Like you got to be like in the mood to play VR, and I really haven't figured out a way just to cleanly have it set up to where I can quickly grab it and and bust it out. So yeah, it's definitely like you really gotta like be ready to have it set up. So um yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I appreciate y'all stopping by. Lord's Eye Bible says, no resolutions for me, no time like the present to just make a change. That's good. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Like I said, I think me and my students, we come back to the school at the end of this week. I think we're all going to start off this week with making vision boards because I think that's important. The difference between like a wish and an idea, I think, is putting it down on paper in some physical format. If you just say it, it's really just a wish. But if you have a goal with no plan and no physical like existence, I think it's just wishful thinking. So we're definitely going to do that. So yeah. But guys, I do believe that's all I got for you. If you guys like this content, please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I appreciate catching up with all of you guys again. Do believe that's all I got for you. Lightsaber Samurai out. Peace. And yes, I am going to hang out with my girl because she got back a while ago. So we're gonna hang out, watch the TV and stuff. But late. I'm gonna stay up late tonight and bust out some editing so I can hopefully sometime tomorrow get those videos out. So those will be out. I'll see you guys. Take care.